Hi, I'm Dr. Seda Knowles, and this is a quick overview of the syllabus for developmental psychology for the spring of 2026. This is a 3 credit hour course, and it is fully online and also asynchronous, meaning that we do not have any required live meetings. However, I do want you to know that I'm available to help you throughout the course. You can always email me, and I will be online every Monday at 5 p.m. on our Google Meet, and I will post the link to the class Google Meet at the bottom of each weekly module. So if you ever have questions and want to hop on to chat, we will meet Mondays at 5 p.m. I'm going to skim through the first page of the syllabus that goes over our university mission statement and a little bit about my Christian worldview and how I approach teaching at a Christian university. But I really want to get to the meat that's specific to this course. You should have already taken general psychology before taking developmental psychology. And as you can read in the catalog description of our class, this really is an overview of how we change over the lifespan in 3 specific domains: in our physical development, in our cognitive development, and then also social and emotional development. So we will look at those 3 domains of development across the entire lifespan, starting at conception through death and dying. We will talk a little bit about death and dying, hospice care, grief at the very end, but we will look at each of the discrete stages of human development throughout the course. These are our course outcomes, things that I expect you will be able to do after the class, and how we're going to assess those things. Probably the key component that most students want to know about in the syllabus is this right here. What are the course requirements that will make up your final grade? We have 4 different components. First of all is the readings. I've selected a free textbook. We are going to read it in a platform called Perusall, and this platform will track your engagement with the text. Are you actually reading the full text that I assign? And you'll make comments, you'll be able to reply to classmates, interact some on that platform. And I think the access does cost around $10, but it's just a really great way, again, for me to make sure that you're engaging with the primary material of the course. So those should be really easy points if you're just simply reading the content that's provided. So we'll get you set up right off the bat in Perusall. I'll give you actually a little extra credit assignment to start you off to make sure that everything is set up correctly for you to access the text. The second component are assignments. These will mostly be video quizzes. So I'll assign different videos that highlight important concepts from each week, and the videos will pause and you'll answer quick questions just to make sure that you're getting the main ideas from those. It'll be a great way for us to review big concepts. And also in the assignments, we will have module quizzes. So you'll read the content, you'll do some video quizzes, assignments that will reinforce major concepts, and then you will do an open book quiz over that module. So those will be kind of the basic, we're going to cover the material, and then you'll kind of do some checks to make sure that you're understanding it and getting it. We also will have discussion prompts throughout. There won't be a discussion prompt for every single chapter or module, but there will be probably at least one every other week, if not once a week throughout the class. And those will be worth 10% of your grade. And then the final 30% of the grade are exams. You will need to use Respondus Monitor, so you'll have to have a webcam. Again, we just need to protect the integrity of the online learning environment, so you'll have to verify your identity. You'll need to clear the room. Exams are closed booked, so you can use any of your resources, notes, and things on the quizzes, but those are designed to help you actually learn the content so that you can do the exam without any other aid, and I can ensure that you're able to recall and you can retain some of the information that we've covered about human development. Our grading scale, actually I'm going to update this. You can get an A with a 90 in this course, so 90 to 100, 80 to 89, 70 to 79, and then 60 to 69. And a 59 and below will be a failing grade in this class. All right, so this just kind of goes over how you'll meet those deadlines. I would like for you to post your discussions midweek. Everything else in the class, I will open it up on Monday morning, and then everything is due the following Sunday at midnight, except for your discussions. I would like you to do your initial post by Wednesday, midweek, so that that gives your classmates plenty of time to reply and interact in those discussion boards. Again, I mentioned we have a free online text, but there is a small fee for the reading tool that we're going to use called Perusall, and the link in Blackboard will take you directly to that site where you can get set up. And I will send announcements through Blackboard. Those will go to your OC email address, so make sure you're checking that regularly. As far as generative AI goes, you don't have to write any big papers for this class, but I do want your discussions to be your own thoughts. So please do not use generative AI on your discussion posts, but let those be your own words. And otherwise, if I feel like you're copying and pasting from something else, we might have to have a chat about it, and that could result in you not receiving full credit for those discussions. So again, just want your feedback, and I try to write those posts where it's not necessarily a right or wrong, it's just asking you to apply or try to identify some of those concepts in an everyday context, because you will find this class is very relevant to everyday life. Okay, throughout the rest of the syllabus, there are different class policies and then a schedule of what we will cover each week. In general, we'll cover kind of 1 to 2 periods of the human lifespan each week, and we'll take a test after every like 2 to 3 periods. The test will come quickly. I want to warn you about that, but that's because I want to break it up into smaller chunks. So I hope that's helpful. Instead of only having 2 exams and there's way too much information to cover, you will have frequent exams, but they will be over smaller amounts of material. So that's an overview of our syllabus. It's got all kinds of great information. Spend some time looking over it. Let me know if you have any questions, or perhaps find some mistakes, because I do sometimes have errors in there, like the grading scale, which I will go fix now. Thank you all, and I look forward to learning with you in this class.